Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Knights of the Round Records, episode 11. Welcome to 2018. 2017 was so fucking lit. We're going to talk about it all today. To the right of me, as always, my boy E. What's going on, E?
Not much, man. What's up?
Across the table from me, we have the slippery fish himself, Bass.
What's good?
And then to the left of me, not as always, but replacing Charles today, and possibly for good, we have Rudy.
We're just playing musical chairs right now. What's up, guys?
All right.
Rudy's next to me. Usually next to me on this side, but he's shifted over.
Now he can't.
Yeah, usually it's.
Hey man, it's soft.
Not that he's not gonna try.
I'm smooth.
So we were supposed to talk about JID and James, but we decided we wanted to.
It was Javim's.
I thought it was James dollar sign.
Yeah, it's Javim dollar sign.
Javim monies.
And he can clear that up.
Yeah.
Whatever
And that's why we're putting it off a little bit. We wanted to make sure him and Frquent C can come back with us and sit down with us and talk about the music they put together. And unfortunately, just because of the holidays, we were unable to reach out to everybody and get to them. So we decided we're going to go ahead and recap 2017 with our favorite albums of 2017, top 10. We're going to talk about who won 2017 in the hip-hop industry, who lost 2017 in the hip-hop industry, what we're waiting for 2018, and what was slept on in 2017. So I'm going to go ahead and start it out that 2017, the end of 2017 sucked for me because Kanye West and Kid Cudi did not drop the album as anticipated.
Yeah, he got me super gassed up for that. I was super hyped.
He didn't even know he was so out of it because he was still drunk from New Year's.
Dude, yeah, I was hungover all yesterday. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
The album didn't drop. He was so hyped. You can tell that he was so hyped to go look for it, and then when he saw that it wasn't dropping, he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I was pissed, dude. I was hungover all fucking yesterday.
Is that the Coachella lineup for this year?
Yeah.
Who's going for Coachella?
I mean, a shit ton of people, of course, but Eminem.
I wish I could read.
Eminem.
All right, I'm done. We're not going to go to Coachella. Eminem's there.
Eminem is.
I've never been to Coachella, so you can't tell me what to do.
Eminem is on the third day.
We're going first and second.
Yeah, first and second I can fuck with.
My favorite number is 3, so fuck you.
Migos is on the third day.
You're half a mark right now, so.
Migos on the third day.
That's like 2 feet tall. What are you talking about?
Migos is on what day?
On the third day.
Okay, well, we just won't stay until see Eminem.
On the third day, he rose again.
So we compiled some lists of our own. I've been sitting in front of a laptop all day listening to music, writing notes, and so have the other guys, except they were writing notes at work.
Yeah.
What do you mean, right? I was freezing my ass off at work.
Yeah, me too, man.
I was outside for 10 hours, guys.
Damn,
it is 72 degrees outside. What are you talking about?
I was frozen.
I stole one of the work trucks, so I had some hours in the one.
I'm glad I got to sit in the van all day today.
So we're going to start off as our normal roundtable discussion. We're not going to talk about hip-hop news or anything like that because we're just going to talk what's going on right now. We'll probably do another show this week and talk about JID and James and hopefully have James in the studio. So I'll start off with Eric. Eric, I want to hear your top 10 albums of 2017 and how you ranked them and why you did.
All right, well, I got my top 10 list here. I kind of just went through my recent plays, and that was kind of a mistake because my recent plays only go back like a week or so.
All saxophone solos.
Yeah, it was a lot of Rick James in there, but listen, that's not what we're here to talk about.
But I'm a super freak.
He is a super freak, but
Super Freak remix, Super Freak
I mean,
instrumental.
there's limitless editions of Super Freak, but I just went through my albums and really just kind of picked the top 10, the ones that really caught the ones that stayed on my rotation, and that was kind of it. That was kind of my thought process of picking them.
So starting with number 10, what do you have as number 10?
All right, number 10. I don't know if any of y'all are gonna have this because I really don't know if y'all are fans or not.
I already have it. I know.
You probably do, but it's gonna be French Montana. His album Jungle Rules. That album was the shit to me.
Word.
Nice.
Number 9.
Number 9. Gotta show some love to 2 Chainz. Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. Even though it had some recycled tracks on there, it was still a solid project.
I mean, it was recycled from Hibachi from Lunch, but Hibachi for Lunch was solid fire too.
Yeah,
so,
that shit was bad.
I mean,
so you could have picked one or the other.
Well, Hibachi for Lunch dropped in 2016, so it didn't quite fall in 2017.
That's why I didn't.
I had to get I don't know math, so I could have put it anywhere.
You could have put it wherever you wanted. Yeah. All right, number 8.
I guess I can't put 80s music on here.
My number 8 album of 2017, ASAP Ferg, Still Striving.
That was a banger.
Gotcha. Number 7.
The number 7 album, which is, I don't know if I should probably not say that yet, but number 7 is No Dope on Sundays from Sci-Hi.
Yep.
One of the most anticipated albums I had in 2017. Number 6 was Mr. Davis from Gucci. Of course, had to have Gucci on the list somewhere. Number 5 was Future with his self-titled album Future. My number 4, a personal favorite here, Forever is a Mighty Long Time from Big Crit. I'm surprised I didn't get it higher, but
I'm surprised, honestly. 'Cause
Yeah,
I remember,
I thought you were gonna put it a little
well, when we would talk about it, it's like that's number 1 right there.
that album was, well, I mean, for all of 2017 though, it was a shit when it came out.
I think you're like in the heat of the moment type.
I
of
was
thing.
really hyped when
Yeah.
it came out because I had been waiting for that one for a while.
Of course, yeah.
Number 3, Without Warning, Metro, 21, and Offset. Shit was straight fire.
All right.
Number 2, Culture from the Migos.
Ooh.
Had to make it up top, man.
I'm just making noises, guys.
You just gassing me up, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I can see Eric getting more excited as he's saying because he hears the noises.
I know. I'm fucking getting gas over here.
He's
And
doing
then-
back.
Your number 1, what you consider your album of the year is what, Eric?
I think it pretty much goes without saying. Damn from Kendrick Lamar.
Word up.
All right.
Yeah.
Any honorable mentions? Some albums that didn't quite make your list that they should have.
There was so many. There's so many to really kind of give any one of them a particular shout out, but it was a good year for music, and I'm looking forward to 2018.
Yeah, it was a really good year.
Looking forward to all the mixtapes and albums that come out this year.
Solid list, and I can say quite a few of those are on my list as
Yeah,
well.
a couple of them were on
You
mine.
forgot, man. It's not hype. Though.
Yeah, Man's Not Hot.
Oh man, that was just a track though, but that is one of
It
my
could be
favorite
an
songs.
album.
I was so behind on that shit. Y'all were
Dude.
talking about it, and everybody talking about it at work, and I know what the fuck anyone was talking about. And then they showed me at work, and I was like, oh, god damn it, dude. So this is the stupidest shit ever, man.
So we're going to keep this table spinning. We're going to talk to Bass.
Yes.
Top 10
The one
albums.
and only fish who can't swim.
Hey, I was a
He was a
lifeguard, bro.
lifeguard. But he broke a fin,
He
so...
didn't guard any lives, alright? He was drunk the whole time.
Dude, I was hungover my entire career of life.
You know how I know? Because he was. I was right there with him getting him drunk at times.
I was probably buying all the alcohol at the time.
Probably fucking were.
Hey, don't incriminate yourself.
So,
I mean, no.
So real quick, Bass, before you go into your top 10,
Yeah.
what's your top 10 based off of? Like,
My top 10 is off of what I thought the whole body of work was the best. A lot of them were probably not going to be popular to most people, but from what I feel is the most well put together, in my opinion, and I listen to real frequently. So
It's probably all boys to men.
that's only on 2. Okay.
they actually did drop an album this year.
Get the
so
fuck outta here.
yeah.
Yeah, you think
Wow.
I'm just saying it, but
All right.
I think you
so,
just say that.
So starting at number 10, let's hear your number 10.
Okay. Well, I just dropped an album, so I'm number 10.
Bass the Slippery Fish, now available on iTunes, but that counts for 2018. So
Oh yeah, you're right. Number 10 would be Mayhem Loren, Gems from the Equinox.
yeah,
He dropped 2 actually, and it was kind of hard to edge out this one, but the production on here was sick. In my opinion, I love him, but Action Bronson I love listening to way more of Action's music, and I think most of it's better. Like, not talking down on the Mayhem, but in my opinion, both of Mayhem's albums were better than Action's album. And I was like, wow, man, like, Mayhem was doing work. He was coming in, and they were both on that show and stuff, but you can tell Mayhem, his pen game was on point. So he edged out Action for me on my top 10.
gotcha.
His sweater game was also on point.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Mayhem's the shit, man. He's so underrated. And when I went to go see him, I went to go see Mayhem and Action with a couple of my buddies. We went, and Mayhem was fucking killing it. And me and
No
like
one
20
knew.
other people were showing love. Like, even if you didn't know him and you heard Like, it could be a random artist. You know, if you hear good shit,
Yeah.
dude, it was a weak crowd.
I was
they were only
when,
hyped for action.
when Half Dozen went on stage, when we went to go see
for real, that was fucked
Atmosphere and Brother on Lee.
Yeah.
When Half Dozen went on stage, half the crowd was just like, oh, okay. But nah, we were fucking vibing with him. Like,
dude, I was like, man, he's killing it. And I never really listened to him before. I knew of him, but I didn't really listen to him.
Yeah.
But he was killing it. I was like fucking hyped as fuck. We were pretty drunk too, so but he was killing it. But
number 9.
Number 9 would be Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels 3.
Came out in 2016.
We just talked about.
Oh fuck! Well then, let me. Damn, you're right about that.
You just heard it in 2017.
My bad. Yeah, I slept on it. That's why. Okay, well then, fuck, my list got bumped a little bit.
Just move it up.
Hold on. All right, well then.
Honorable mention. You got it.
There you go. That's an honorable
mention.
That's an
honorable mention.
You know, it did come out towards the end of 2016, but I mean,
that's why
I think it was in December.
I believe it was
November. It was in November, I believe.
You're right.
But it
you're
dropped.
right.
So it's towards the end of the year. It's hard.
Well, what a goof on me. Then Mayhem is number 9. Big Boy Boomerverse is number 10. Then
absolutely, Boomerverse was a fucking live album.
That was a well put together album. Number 8 would be Crit, Forever's a Mighty Long Time.
Mm-hmm.
Right above that is Sci-Hi, No Dope on Sundays.
Absolutely.
Both had them at 7.
Nice.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Shut up. Where am I? 6. I'd have to go with my favorite squad of all time, Wu-Tang. The Saga Continues. Not their best work, but of 2017, I think it was a fucking solid album. All great music.
Good to hear from them again.
Yeah, great to hear from them again. But
definitely better than what's out there right now.
Yeah, way fucking better. But yeah, it was well put together.
I mean, you get pioneers of hip hop dropping shit.
Yeah,
in the age of fucking a Gucci Gang and shit like that.
Yeah, and it sounds like vintage Wu-Tang.
Yeah, and it sounds like it was recorded in '95.
Yeah, for real. Mathematics was ridiculous on production. He killed it, and then even the cover art looked like it would like a '90s artist did it. You know, like it all had a good feel to it. Number 5 would be Sean Price, R.I.P. Imperious Rex. Not to get confused with VillosaurusWrex.
Not to be confused.
But yeah, R.I.P. to him. He passed away.
Not to be confused with TyranosaurusWrex.
Yeah. He passed away, I think it was early this year or late last year, but rest in peace to him. One of my favorites of all time. I think Rhapsody would be number 4. Layla's Wisdom, she fucking killed it, and a lot of people were sleeping on her.
Yeah.
And I've been following her for a long time. She's fucking dope, and she made it to my number 4. Real passionate album. Number 3 would be Amine. It's just a fucking great feel good album through and through. Like I can't skip a song on there.
It's a solid
just
album,
like
and I think the only thing that album missed was Red Mercedes being on the album, and rather than being a single on its own. I think that would actually made the album 10 times more better, just because Red Mercedes was just such a fucking hype song.
Yeah,
that it needed to be there. But I mean, good for you was a solid album.
He in that video for Red Mercedes, he dressed up like a white dude, looked fucking bizarre. Like whenever Dave Chappelle did it, he looked even weirder than him. It was fucking hilarious. But that was not like the most lyrical album, but it was just like a solid album put together, and I enjoyed all of that. Number 2 is JID Never Story. He goes fucking in on that.
Underwear is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you say underwear?
Yeah. I fucking love that album. It's the album we're talking about next. Hopefully y'all like it and don't roast me on it. Hopefully y'all like it. And then
what are you listening to?
What is this?
Right. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. But it's a great album. Fucking thoroughly listen to it.
Who is Jid?
Right.
It sounds like Jizz.
I knew you were gonna fucking say it. Number 1 would be Kendrick. Damn. I think that was just a fucking awesome album. Another album like I can't skip. I'll just let it play.
He dropped that early.
Yeah.
And you know, for it to still have a
buzz around it, like
God.
I can listen to it.
It's still getting played.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which is cool because it was obviously like really good.
And then he waited until just a few weeks ago to drop the collector's edition, which is the tracks played backwards, which is apparently supposed to tell a different story, the same story but a different story. On the way the album's supposed to be told. It's a trip, man. Yeah, I'll give him a shout for that.
Fuck yeah! It was when I first heard about it, I thought it was like you play it backwards and he was gonna be like hidden messages and shit. I was like, I told my buddy about it. I was like, it's gonna be fucking crazy. And then I saw it, I was like, okay, that makes sense. I was like, there's no way this.
Why is he summoning Satan?
Yeah, I was like, man, this is gonna be a tripped out album. But yeah, that would be my top 10 list. And then I have a shitload of.
Let's hear some of your honorable mentions, man. Who didn't make the list? Who didn't make the list? that you wish you could have put on there, but you only had 10 spots?
Oh man, there's a good amount. Gucci was fucking doing his thing, man. Like
3 albums this year.
Yeah, 3 fucking albums, and I wanted to put him on there, but he just barely got edged out. But I think my top from him would be Drop Top WAP. Like, just a straight banger. Like, I had great memories to that album. It was
he was banging the whole
really.
time.
I was dropping that top on that WAP.
And,
But,
and then the noise he makes at the end is WAP.
yeah, dude.
And then a burr.
Yeah.
Got hit with a bird.
Is it cold in here?
That's how I finished.
Spicy.
Migos were doing their thing too. They're fucking
Everywhere.
working just as hard as Gucci, but I give it props to Gucci because he's doing it alone.
I don't think he stopped since.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No.
And then Migos have been like banging out stuff and features, and Culture was hot. Like barely got edged out too. MF Doom, I wouldn't really consider an album because it was just a bunch of extras, so I didn't put it on my list. And I mean, it was some good songs and stuff, but even if it was an album, I don't think I would put it on my top 10 for this year. Earth Gang, dude, holy shit. Rags is a 6-song EP, and Robots is a 6-song EP, and they're not really albums, so I wouldn't put them in there. But if they just put that as an album, shit, it'd probably be my fucking top 2.
They're supposed to be dropping something.
Yeah,
this month called
for real?
Mirrors. I think.
Something Mirrors. I think it's
just Mirrors.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I remember hearing something about that too. Because I've been following for a little bit now and constantly listening to them. And yeah, I remember hearing something about that. So look at that, dude. Anderson .Paak, he's not really hip hop. He's more like soul R&B kind of stuff.
I heard him at the Cole concert.
I wouldn't put him in as like hip hop, but he's kind of in
you
the
can
genre.
get a good vibe off of the dude. Like,
Yeah.
He's more R&B than either one of those. But
So
I mean,
I
I have
couldn't
an
really put
R&B
him in there.
R&B album on my list. So
They
Okay,
go pretty
You're
hand in hand.
Yeah,
the two.
and him and Knowledge killed all their songs. Like all their songs, like smooth, great music to listen to. SZA had a badass album.
Hi, SZA.
Yeah, for real. And Planet Asia had some sick shit. Like there's a bunch that fuck man, there's too many. This year was fucking ridiculous.
And
Yeah.
I hope in 2018 is just going to be just as wild, if not
fucking
more
hoping
wild.
so.
I mean,
yeah, and that
there's a whole lot of shit that's supposed to be dropping this year. So hyped for
we
it.
need more saxophone.
More
give
saxophone.
me that sex and cowboys.
But until that saxophone poo, let's hear your top 10. How did you compile your top 10 list?
Alright, so mine came together because a lot of it's my recently played, my overly played on repeat. I looked through my music where it's just my most recents, and also just stuff that I really like, that I enjoyed, and that I can still enjoy right now, even into the new year. That's how I picked it apart, and I don't know, like some of them, you know. I through this list I can sometimes switch spots with them depending, but for this I just kind of
I completely feel you on that.
like there's some days where I would put one album where I'm listening, but for right now this I have it where it's at. So
let's hear number 10.
number 10 is Mr. Davis by Gucci. I had to put one in there because Mr. Davis was my favorite one of the year.
Of the 3?
Yeah, of the three from Gucci. Again, the hardest working man in the business right now. He's my number 10.
I mean, there's a few people that are trying to catch up to him, but
There is, but I mean, this dude is just consistent with his work on it. You know?
Yeah, he's not in a group either. He's singly doing it, so that fucking props to him. And he managed to get married all in the same
And on top
fucking
of that,
year.
and off probation.
On top of that,
And off
it's not
probation.
even just his.
Right,
own
yeah,
music,
straight
right?
out of jail doing fucking
It's
mad
not
work.
even his own albums. He's on features everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like it's just
Yeah,
crazy.
seriously.
He has a feature with Jake Paul.
yeah.
That's true.
Number 9.
Number 9. I doubt anybody's gonna have this on their list, but it's All the Beauty in This Whole Life by Brother Ali.
That actually almost made my list.
That one was an early one.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Another early one, but this one was more of I guess a message to within the whole album. There's certain songs in there that like just really hit. Like it's not all cliche, but it's a soul, dude. Like
it really does. Yeah,
you really feel it when he in this album. If you haven't heard it, listen to it, and you it really hits deep. Like if you listen to the words, the music. And it's one of the reasons why this one could be in my top 3. It could be my number 1 at times, but I have it at 9 right now. But it was one of my favorites out of the year.
You got a picture with the man?
Yeah, actually, it was my profile pic for the longest time.
And another thing, I slept on Brother Ali. I didn't discover him until this year. But when I listened to this one and I listened to his other music, man, I am a big fan of him.
My daughter knows word for word the words to Uncle Sam Goddamn. And she fucking loves it.
Damn, that's fucking awesome.
Man, I'm sleeping. I have not heard.
You need to check him out, man.
Brother Ali, he's the fucking...
He's a big old
albino dude from fucking
He's an
Minnesota.
albino Action Bronson look like.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
But he kills it. Like their rhyme styles are completely different.
I think I don't know if it was on
fucking dope.
Sway or on another one, but he did the he did something on a radio show where it's like just different beats that he's going off of, just freestyling.
It was probably Sway then. Five.
Yeah,
Five Fingers of Death.
Maybe there was that, and he just he fucking killed it. And I was like just hearing the flow, and then it changed up with the song. I was like, God damn, this dude is. I need to check him out.
Yeah, Ali's a beast all on his own. Number 8.
Number 8, recently dropped. I'm gonna go with Quality Control.
Control the Streets, Volume 1.
Yeah. That one was just like, man, it had bangers all over the place. It's various artists. It's not just one single. Like, it's various people all put together. But man, like that one just has some bangers on it. Like I really, I can still I listen to it on the ride. To work, from coming home, sometimes in the gym. I mean, I listen to it a lot. So there's a lot of bangers on it.
That album kind of showed that Yachty got some bars.
Yeah, I'll give him credit on that. I mean, he's not my cup of tea. Like it's his voice kind of gets annoying to me. But if I listen to him and you can hear that he does have some.
I mean, he dropped Teenage Emotion this year.
Yeah,
yep.
And I listened to all of it, and I just out of the sake of fucking giving him a chance.
Give it a pass through.
And it was okay. He had a few bars on it, but I think everything he spit on Quality Control was quality.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing: the Teenage, definitely wasn't trash or anything.
No.
It's kind of one of those things. I back him. I like him.
You just gotta have an ear for him. You gotta be able to listen to him. And if you don't, I mean, oh well. But at least if you listen to Quality Control, you'll see that he has something.
Like that album kind of seemed like it was geared towards like the younger people. But at the same time, I mean, I was still fucking with it, so that was pretty cool.
We're all pretty young here.
Yeah. Number 7 on the list.
Number 7 on the list. I'm gonna go with The Saga Continues by Wu-Tang. Like I said, this is one that I was glad that they dropped something else because it'd been a while.
Yeah.
And hearing it it wasn't the best album of the year obviously, but it was something that's it's just good to get a refresher on what on Wu-Tang again. It's good to hear something
some
new,
real hip hop.
And man, I enjoyed it. I remember it dropped the same time as something else. I'm not really sure.
Gucci's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it Gucci?
I think it was.
I think they came on the same day.
Because I remember
the music industry drops everything on Tuesdays or Fridays.
So it came out the same day as Mr. Davis, I believe, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah, I believe it was Mr. Davis.
And I think
and something else came out that day too.
Yeah.
God damn.
That was the third one that came out.
Yeah, it was something I forget what it was, but
I had heard Mr. Davis first, but I was and I totally forgot that Wu dropped one. So I was like, I listened to it at work, over and over and over, man. That one bangs too. I mean, I enjoyed that one too.
Number 6 on your list.
Number 6, it's Big Fish Theory by Vincent Staples.
That one was a good one. That one was good.
That one was one that I had to be pointed out to on Twitter. I had to. I saw somebody was like, this album was pretty badass. It's one of the top ones. I was like, you know what? I want to give it a try.
I remember. I messaged you too, and I told you, hey, I need you to listen to this, and you're like, I'll give it a shot. And then about 2 weeks later, you messaged me back, and you're like, hey, that shit was good. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, that's Staples for you. I mean, that dude's
man.
He's good, man.
It was another guy that I hadn't listened to up until this year, but hearing that one, I was like, God damn, again, that's another guy that I slept on. I hadn't heard it, and I was like. That whole album, that's for me. That's like a front to back that I'm gonna listen to without skipping anything.
He came out and said in an interview that he's not going to be known for his music or his commercials with Sprite. He's going to be known for strictly his interviews because I guess he's has some wild interview.
Vince
or something.
Yeah,
dude. He's fucking hilarious. Like he's a smart, cool dude. Like you'd want to chill with him. He's
but he spits the truth sometimes.
Yeah, he's not gonna give you no bullshit.
There's no bullshit on his
yeah.
That was number 6 for me.
Number 5.
Number 5, No Dope on Sundays. Sci High. That was God damn, it was good to hear from Sci High.
That was highly anticipated.
Yeah, all of us were super.
We're all
stoked about
gassed.
it.
Yeah,
I'm hyped we get to see him.
I know. I was
For
gonna say we're
real,
all hyped
too.
when we found out we were gonna see.
So man, it was I don't know how long it had been since
Hearing for like a Sci-Hi album by itself, it had been years.
Yeah, but
but we hadn't heard from Sci-Hi since what was it? Cruel Summer. I think
that's what I was
the last time he actually was on
that's what I was
track.
thinking about. Like Cruel Summer was where I hadn't like listen to Sci-Hi. It was also thanks to you. You introduced me to Sci-Hi. But hearing him on Cruel Summer was like, man, this dude is fucking badass. And, you listen to some of his individual stuff. It's still fire. And then this one comes out, and again, he just fucking kills it.
He's the GOAT's ghostwriter, man. I mean, come on.
So yeah, no.
That's so crazy. I didn't know that until you told me that.
Number 4 on the list.
Number 4, it is the Migos, Culture. Man, when that one dropped, Migos just fucking. They just come out with bangers all the damn time.
Yeah, for real.
Like regardless if you like them or not, regardless if you what they're in the news for or whatever is coming out, whoever they're featured with, you cannot deny that when you listen to their music, the beats and everything, dude, they just get you hyped. You might not even be able to understand what some of them say sometimes.
Yeah, but they're catchy as fuck.
Yeah, so
looking at you, academics and Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3, Still Striving, A$AP Ferg.
Nice,
solid album.
Man,
I'm glad that got that high up there for you.
For real, it did because and again, that's one of the things where that's like one of my most played, really one of my most played. I was like, I was kind of battling myself and where am I ranking this stuff,
Yeah.
And man, when I was going through the numbers and all that, and I was like, man, I gotta put this one up here because this one is like I'm jamming to all the damn
I can
time.
feel you on that because I did 3 lists. I mean, the one
Yeah,
that,
I'm telling you, even when I was here, I had to switch some
like
stuff
if y'all
up.
could see my notes right now, y'all.
Yeah, he has 3 or 4 fucking pages filled
Man,
with shit.
it's like somebody who has dyslexia. That's your worst nightmare. Is what David's notes look like.
Yeah, it just looks like a fucking chicken scratch.
It is. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, he has a chicken, by the way, and it's scratched.
I'm fucking starving.
I know, me too.
Yeah. Number 2 album.
Number 2. This one is up there. Forever's a Mighty Long Time. Big Crit.
Word.
That one, I hadn't always been a big fan of Crit. I had not that I don't like his music. It's just that I never
really heard him before.
Yeah, I never really listened to him full. A full album, whatever. This one, man. For one, Big E, you were the one hyping it up a lot. That was one of your most anticipated.
Yeah,
album.
for sure.
You were waiting and waiting to,
for sure.
anytime we talked, he was
let's go.
He was bringing it up. That is like, it's like
he was getting me hyped up for it.
And
too.
we talked about it on the show. I believe we talked about it on the podcast. And man, I think it got one of my highest ratings as far as when I look at an album. Man, it's still he fucking killed this one. So
I'm ready to hear it. Pooh.
You already know
Your album of the year.
Album of the year.
Is it Cardi B's Bodak Yellow?
It goes 1, 2, and 3. On the third one is gonna say "Damn" by Kendrick Lamar.
Hell yeah! And I know I'm calling it now. I know David's is not gonna have that as number 1.
You probably won't even have it.
I don't even.
Damn's not on my list, but it will have an honorable mention.
Wow,
Damn,
not on the fucking list.
Okay, just to clear it up,
shit!
I'm not a K-Dot fan, and then since
you're not a what?
I'm not a K-Dot fan.
Hold on, say that louder. Full name.
I am not a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Oh my God.
And it's nothing to do with his style of music. And then I'll explain this because I'm about to talk about my top 10. My top 10 is based off of like replay value. I looked at every album that I listened to this year. Like I legit went through the albums that dropped this year. Looked on my Google Play, see what I played, what was my recents. I can go in there and see how many times I played stuff and stuff like that. So that's what mine was mostly based off of. And then in there's a couple of ones that in my mind I was like, damn, that album really fucking stood out to me. Granted, I didn't listen to it a million times, but yeah. So my number 10 was Kodak Black's Painting Pictures, and that's based off of replay value. You have Patty Cake on there. What's that?
Just give my honorable mentions. I'm mad now.
It's okay. You know what? We'll roll back. Your honorable mentions.
Messed up. No.
You want to do yours after mine?
I'm all disappointed.
I'm sorry. It's
Damn,
just,
we did skip. What the fuck?
We did, but if y'all were so
we got
upset
too
about-
hyped.
We got
hyped off.
You all got fleshed it up about the whole damn. And
Yeah, we did. We
That
did.
kid
That was
didn't
on
make
all
my
of
list.
us. Go, Rudy.
Shit on me like I'm Mark. God damn.
Then he said, "Fuck Kendrick Lamar." I was
Alright.
like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't say fuck him.
Yeah,
no, that's
you
not what I
kinda
said.
did.
That's what I heard.
I just said I'm not a fan of his.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's
heard you
exactly
say.
what it is.
I want to hear your honorable mentions. I really do.
No, you don't.
I really do.
We have to hear it.
Let's get this over with.
It's all Wham by. That's the only thing. It's
Wham.
Just straight
And
away.
it's only Careless Whisper that just keeps playing.
Shut the fuck
No,
It's no Africa by Toto.
no,
Uh,
just Careless Whisper, man. No, honorable mention.
Land
2
Down
Chainz, Pretty Girls like trap music. Solid, even though it was like you said, recycled.
Recycled about you for lunch.
It's all good. That album was fire.
I'll give this one a little bit of credit. 444, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
That was-
It wasn't like something that I'm like,
Yeah, definitely not his best, but
not
it was
his- not his
a
best,
good album.
Not
It was a
my
good
most
album.
popular, but I would give it, like, its props on it.
It was definitely on my first list. Like when I did out my
Oh, really?
Yeah, my first list it was on there. It was like number 7 or 8, but I mean it was on there.
Shout out to that cartoon. That cartoon really made the fucking
Yeah, the story of OJ.
And
That
last,
shit's legit.
and
really.
last honorable mention is Hendrix by Future.
All right.
I like both of them, but I think Hendrix for me just did more for me. So
Absolutely.
that's the last one.
That's it.
The fucking stereotype.
So we already said my number 10, Kodak Black Penny Pictures. Like I said, based off of replay value. I personally actually like Kodak as a rapper. Like I dig his music. He's one of the quote unquote mumble rappers these days that you can actually somewhat understand, and he has some substance behind his lyrics, and so I really dig it. My number 9 was Wale's Shine. It wasn't his best album that he put out. I wouldn't even say it was one of his top 3 albums he's put out, but I'm a huge Wale fan. I did like a lot of the tracks off of it, and its replay value was really up there. Number 8 for me was Miguel's War and Leisure. Like I said, I did have an R&B album on there.
If I knew we were gonna put R&B albums on there,
Yeah.
I would have put one on there.
Yeah, Anderson .Paak would have been on
I
mine.
would
Yeah.
I would have put Daniel Caesar's. I don't know how to pronounce the album, but I would have put it on there.
But-
Schweppmann.
Yeah, there you go.
But I feel, sometimes with Miguel's singing, he kind of has more of like a hip hop vibe with his stuff. Like, and then
exactly what
he had that huge
So
hit.
what you're saying? He sounds just like Bass.
He sounds just like Bass. He's a songbird of our generation.
Everyone's
Slippery,
gonna expect all this much from me, and I'll be like, oh, they were jokes, man. Relax.
Slippery Fish available on iTunes right now. My number 7 was Future Hendrix. And I will say Hendrix was on my list, but Future was not, because I felt that Hendrix was more of a
But he was though.
well, the album Future, the self-titled album Future wasn't on my list, but the album Hendrix by Future was, because Hendrix to me was a more personalized album. I think Future he put out for the hype beast and stuff like that, people who wanted a Future album,
AKA
and then
me.
yeah, and then Hendrix was more from the heart and stuff like that, especially the way he started it out. He was addressing the beef that he had with the lawsuit he had against going with the record label and stuff like that. So I'll give him that one. Number 6, Big Boy's Boomiverse.
Yeah, that was
So much replay on that. You had a Run the Jewels feature. You had
that Killjoy song was stupid.
It was just a ridiculous album. I fucking loved it. I will play it again to this day. Ridiculous?
No, stupid.
Oh, sorry.
It was genius.
Number 5,
which is real weird.
number 5 goes to Gucci Mane, Drop Top WAP. Of the 3 albums he dropped this year, definitely Drop Top WAP was my favorite of the 3. Based again on replay value. I think another reason was because it was the first album we got from Gucci this year. Super hyped up, all produced by Metro. I mean,
they make a great
Shout out to
fucking team
Metro,
together.
man. Metro just teams up with people and makes bangers.
Yeah, dude, I
yeah.
wonder how
And
much
then especially put like someone with Gucci stature behind fucking Metro or on top of Metro beats,
Yeah.
like all day.
Please trust us.
Yeah,
Please.
we don't feel
I
like
mean,
getting
it's
shot.
2018. I don't care anymore. You could
I'm
trust me on
still
that.
trusted by Metro.
They don't even mention my honorable mentions in this show. They wait till they start another list. You can go ahead and not trust me anyways. All right, go ahead.
number 4.
Not salty at all.
Number 4 went to Sahai the Prince, No Dope on Sundays. I think that was another I was so hyped up for it. Been waiting to hear from Sahai for so long. And the replay value on it. Kanye West feature on it. Like,
Yeah.
it was super fucking awesome album.
That right there is something that people have been waiting on for a while to hear some new Kanye.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I know.
It's just gonna be his son
I
on
know.
the next album.
Speaking of his son was in the hospital. Just released.
Son was also in the hospital.
Doing fine now. Yeah, pneumonia at a young
Yeah,
age.
bad case.
Bad case of pneumonia. Was hooked to an IV for 3 days.
God
So
damn.
could have been a reason we didn't hear from Kanye, which is
Maybe.
totally
I'm
respectable.
pretty sure that's a big reason.
But as a parent, I mean, it's the last thing you want to hear.
Yeah. for sure.
That your kid's that sick. So I'm glad the kid's doing better.
Yeah.
Shouts to Saint. Number 3 on my list, 2 Chainz, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music.
Wow, that's up there. High.
Yeah, that's
And then that goes based off of replay
It's probably
value.
'cause
Yeah.
he is high right now.
As a kite.
Not as high as I.
No, definitely not as high as Eric. Close.
What you don't know is your kite's not going to be that high. You
No, I don't know how to fly a
You don't
kite.
know how the weather is outside.
I tied the key too high to the top. So
You don't know how to swim.
I have the keys.
Your shoes are untied right now.
I'm not even wearing shoes.
Exactly.
Joke's on you.
They're
Proud of
But yeah, no. Based on replay value, again, good drink all day. 4 a.m. all day. Saturday night all day.
Do you need to get some sleep to listen to that all day?
Yeah,
all day and all night.
that whole album. Burglar
4 a.m.
Bars. Burglar Bars was awesome.
That was one of my favorite tracks.
Door Swangin', Rolls Royce Bitch. The whole fucking album was just amazing.
I don't like somebody insulted me about a car I don't have.
Man, I remember when that album dropped, man. You and I were talking about it like that day.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was at work listening to this shit. You were.
It
wherever
dropped.
it
I
was.
was like, I'm playing it. I'm listening to it. I listened to it fucking straight like 3 times in a row.
Yep, same.
And I mean, to this day, like if I'm cruising or something, it's like, what am I gonna put on? It's one of my top 3 albums. One of those gets topped on there. As it being my number 3, definitely gets played. Number 2, Migos with Culture.
I was
Like
wondering
said,
where that one was gonna fall.
You knew it was going to be there.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be there.
like I said, based off replay value, I mean, they had the biggest hit of 2017, in my opinion, with Bad and Bougie. It just went everywhere. It was
Without
on
Takeoff,
everything, and they did it all without Takeoff.
Man.
No Takeoff.
Somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it.
Let
Um,
me over here.
He
I
got
mean-
left off Bad and Bougie.
and then they had such a big impact on me in 2017. 2017, we did a lot this year. We started the podcast and stuff like that. And then for the first time ever, I did stand-up comedy. And during my stand-up comedy bit, I wore the Culture shirt.
When the fuck was? Oh hell, man! I gotta hear this story after this. Damn, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, no, I did. I told
He
everyone.
invited you.
Yeah, I'm
And he
pretty
sent
sure
you a
I did.
personal invitation.
Yeah, I
It's
did.
the-
Get it?
Joe
Oh,
was
it's
it.
'cause you moved. It's into the wrong house.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll talk about it later.
Fuck yeah! I don't remember this at all. But okay, we'll talk about this
Got
after.
lost in the ocean.
Oh hell, man! I
Yeah.
gotta hear about
Must
that.
have been that call.
So this is probably going to surprise y'all a little bit. My
No,
number
it's not.
1 album of the year
I
was
knew it.
ASAP Ferg, Still Striving.
I
It doesn't surprise me at all. It was.
I mean,
Uh,
I had him.
That
pretty
bitch
high.
slapped.
I still haven't
It
used
did-
that
yeah, it
term.
did slap.
I didn't have to use that term at all.
And Ferg is my favorite out of the
That's the ASAP Mob. With going into
I
that,
completely forgot about that. Damn, man!
Just
like
listen-
y'all, I was
you
like,
could just listen
fuck.
to Plain Jane all day.
That's
Yeah.
that's a great.
I don't like the edited version because I don't think that he
Nah.
should be mobbing with his click or something.
I hate any edited
I also
version.
dislike the remix very much.
Yeah, I will
Did
no
not
longer
enjoy-
buy toys for my daughter from Mattel by Barbies because Nicki Minaj says you should eat a Barbie ass or something. Not for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
Barbie
know.
shouldn't have asses.
You know,
They-
she doesn't even have a split down the middle. It's just a
Yeah.
fucking little bubble thing. But with ASAP Ferg being on my number 1, definitely moved on to my honorable mentions. ASAP Mob
Oh,
with
we're not
the
gonna skip
mixtapes.
Code tapes.
All right, okay, I'm going here.
The cozy tape, cozy, too cozy. I decided by Big Sean was in there.
Sorry. Sorry.
Double or Nothing in there.
Okay. All right, I'm with that one.
Because of Metro.
444, Mr. Davis, Amine, Without Warning, Quality Control, Chris Brown.
Ric Flair drip.
Oh my
Chris
God,
Brown,
yeah.
Heartbreak on a Full Moon, plus the 12 days on top of that, which was the 12 extra
Are y'all
tracks.
for real, man?
Yeah.
I thought y'all were bullshitting,
Serious.
man.
No,
I've
dead
not listened
serious.
to. I'm not a fucking fan of Chris Brown. He beat Rihanna,
Big
but
Crit.
I'll still give it a
up for
list.
debate. That's up for debate.
Oh
if
man.
Now, here's where it's going to get y'all. Big Crit and Kendrick Lamar get the top of my honorable mentions, though, because Big Crit didn't quite make my list because of
It didn't make
because
it
of the
list.
replay value. I jammed it, and I will jam it again. But it's not one of those my go-tos.
I give you that.
I feel you.
I agree with you.
You know, and it's not because I'm not a Crit fan or anything like that. I love Crit.
Like what you're saying,
but it's
you just mentioned him in the same thing with Kendrick, and you are not a fan of Kendrick.
But here's why. Here's why I'm giving
together.
Light bulb.
I gotta put that together.
Here's why Kendrick does.
Mentions, so like I gotta assume you're just
-1. That's 3. That quick maths.
Quick maths.
But here's why Damn does get an honorable mention from me. It was a highly anticipated album for most people. For 99% of the people, not me. It wasn't highly anticipated for me. Its replay value is really high up there for the people who listen to him consistently and stuff like that.
But did you enjoy the album? Fuck what everybody else said.
I enjoyed the story. Okay. I can respect the story and the storytelling of hip hop.
I'm like, you know what? I really enjoy the dialogue before it all happened.
Why not? Why not know the bitch ordered the pizza with extra Sicilian?
Gotta have
like you need to know that. Well, why was the T-Rex chasing the woman around on a hoverboard?
I don't come off of watching it and I'm like, man, that was a great story.
Without backstory, it's all. It's
but see, porn and music are two different things.
I don't know.
Yeah, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, y'all.
He went porn. I went music.
I don't remember any of that in the fucking album. And the reason I thoroughly listened to it.
And then the reason Damn does get the honorable mention the way it does is because Kendrick actually listened to his fans drop the album backwards as a collector's edition to replay the story that he told people this is how you should listen to it. So I'm going to give him props for that. I totally am.
I always think it's cool whenever artists do kind of, like that kind of shit, like leave messages in the album.
Yeah.
Or like,
kind of
how he had like the little. I don't know how many times he did it, but I think there was a couple of tracks where he had like a reverse portion of the song. So if you go back and like play that one portion in reverse, you hear like an extra message or something.
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of a cool thing that artists did sometimes.
Or when you sit there and you hear that all the total tracks are 35 minutes long and you actually look at it and it's 45 minutes long on the track. You're like, where's that extra 10 minutes? And it's hidden in the last track of just, like, you wait a couple minutes of silence and then they do another track or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'll give Logic a shout for that because he did that with Cole. Like, at the end of one track, it waited like 30 seconds of just sheer silence and then Cole came on there and said what he had to say and then was done. Like, in that end of the album. Like, that was dope, in my opinion. But Logic...
Yeah, he's kind of hit or miss for me.
He was good, man. On this album, I didn't feel it at all.
Super corny.
So let's talk.
I think that's what it is. Man. He's skilled, but he's kind of corny.
Your slept on album of 2017. When I say your slept on album, not what everybody else slept on and stuff like that. Ooh. It was the album that you were like, damn, that was dope. And then you never replayed it again, and now you did your list, and you're like, damn, I should have fucking listened to that more. Yeah. Eric, your most slept on album of 2017.
It's Biggie.
Either way, I think it's gonna be what was it, Double or Nothing?
Yeah.
Because I listened to it once, it was fucking fire, and I never heard it again.
Is that the Sean?
But you know what? That's because I'm not a fucking Big Sean fan. Yeah, Metro featuring Big Sean.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
No, but yeah, that's
you gotta put
one.
Metro in front of Sean
because he is in front of Sean.
No, Sean's on him. He's on the beats.
Oh,
yeah, Metro on that beat.
Fuck Sean, man. I'm just saying. I heard that one. I gave it a shot. That was the album. That was my slept on album. But you know what? I probably should go listen to it again because it was fire when I heard it the first time.
Bast, your most slept on album of 2017.
Well, that's probably an album I slept on too. But mine is one of my favorite artists, and I didn't listen to either of his fucking albums, which pissed me off. I completely slept. He dropped 2 albums this year, and I didn't listen to either one. And I'm very disappointed in myself.
Well, it's already 2018. I mean, he had a busy 2 days.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Talib Kweli, Radio Silence, and The 7. I didn't listen to either of them, and he's one of my favorites. And I'm pretty pissed at myself for that.
What I'm surprised is Bronson Blue Chip 7000 didn't hit any of your shit. Not your list, not your honorable mentions, not your slept on.
Like, it's a good album, but... Dude, man, like, he's had so much. Every other album, every other mixtape. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
As a fan, you have high expectations.
Yeah, and I have. And it was good, but I still would have put it above most of these there. Like,
it just seemed like another Bronson project.
It didn't even seem like another. It seemed like a Rush Bronson project. He had, like, probably 4 pretty dope songs. Maybe 3 dope songs and like a few good ones, and then the rest just kind of seemed lazy, in my opinion.
Just filler.
Yeah, it just kind of like he wanted to put an album out. I think he was doing so much at the time. He just like, I'm gonna drop an album too, and
writing the book, doing the show.
Yeah, Right,
it was all probably like a package thing. I want to drop all this shit. All at once
he
and get all
bit
it
off
out.
more than he could chew, in my opinion. You know, people might feel different, but in my opinion, Mayhem washed him. And what pisses me off is some of the best songs are with Action. It's like on Mayhem's both his albums, they're sick, and I'm like, why'd you go that hard on your own fucking album? But that's my opinion.
So I'm just kidding, Rudy.
There's about to fucking flip.
What's your most slept on album of 2017?
My most slept on, which it did make my list because I ended up listening to it all of it today.
But you're asleep.
And I was explaining it to y'all earlier. Is that like, I had heard it without like really hearing it. I heard it on the radio. I heard it while playing 2K. I heard it, but I never fully listened to it. And before I came over here, as I was coming over here, I listened to it fully, and I was like, God damn, I really slept on this one. And that was No Dope on Sundays by Sci-Hi. And made it really high on my list because, man, that dude he really killed it.
Is it because it was your first time you heard it though, that it got so high up on your list? You think?
Maybe, but I think I did put some thought into it, and it made it to 5, right? And I can definitely say that I like it at 5, and it's for me better than the other 5 that are in front of it.
Okay,
behind it.
Fair enough. I was just curious.
But but I guess it's like kind of heat in the moment type of thing. That was my most slept on.
I feel you. My most slept on album of 2017 was the Tech 9 collabos, Strange Rain. He had a whole bunch of people from Strange Music on there. Just people not on Strange Music, just a whole bunch of different collaborations. I jammed it once on my way back from McAllen because the dude that I was training out there with McAllen for this new job was a huge fucking Tech 9 fan. That's all he played.
Really?
And so I was like, yo, what was that? And he was like, oh yeah, jam this song, dude. And I played it, and I was like, damn, I didn't even know this album dropped this year. I didn't even know Tech 9 dropped 2 albums this year. He did his own, and then he did the collaborations album. And so this collaborations album, in my opinion, was totally slept on. When I was doing the list, I was like, damn, this should have made it. This should have even made my honorable mentions, but I only listened to it like once. Fuck, didn't really get a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll give it that. So we'll move on a little bit. Eric, who won? Who fucking owned 2017 in your opinion?
I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's either going to be Gucci or the Migos. The Migos as a collective, and then also separately, because it just seems like 2 of them so far have come out with.
And one of them gets left off of the song.
Listen, man. Okay, that happened, but and he also got left out of the individual project so far. But there's something coming, I think.
I'm pretty sure
he dropped a single.
He's got it.
Yeah, he dropped a single.
He dropped a single.
When was this?
A couple weeks back.
Oh, shit,
He just announced that he's single. That was it.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Well, the Migos as a collective, because they had culture and they had every feature on the planet. Right there along with Gucci. Gucci is also the other one that I picked that just completely owned 2017. Not only with his 3 solo albums, but every feature that he could have ever possibly been on. Including one, I said it was Jake Paul earlier, it's actually Logan Paul. I just want to correct myself on that. But
he's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, he's
that's
definitely...
for another time.
Fucking dickhead. But
he's in trouble.
Yeah.
But Gucci,
those
Gucci
are
busy.
Gucci Amigos were the owners of 2017, and in my opinion, probably going to be 2018 also.
I want to do it. I want to do as much work as Gucci does, because goddamn, I'd probably have a good year if I did that.
Gotta work hard.
Bass, who won 2017 in your opinion?
Fuck, man, I completely agree with Eric. Migos as a collective, they on almost every fucking banger feature you hear, individually and together. Their whole album was, you hear it everywhere. Yeah. All good songs on it, all you can bump to. Yeah, like Rudy said earlier, even if you don't like them, you're gonna be bounce to it. You're gonna catch yourself bounce to it. But I enjoy them.
You'll be in a club or something and you're just gonna hear that one of them.
Yeah, and you're just gonna start.
They ended the year with Stir Fry, man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Just now finding the appreciation for that song, man.
I haven't even heard it yet. I've seen it around, but I heard it, just once.
Produced by Pharrell. I mean, if you're doing your, I mean, it's their junior album, it's their 3rd album. It's nothing fresh or anything like that. Migos aren't fresh to the culture or anything, but
they are.
But they still seem they are. They still feel like they are.
Yeah, you get people who still feel so fresh, and you get Pharrell to produce your 2nd single off of your album.
Yeah.
You're
It's probably going to be a fucking hit,
Yeah.
You're doing well.
And then definitely Gucci. Gucci dropped 3 albums. I haven't even got to listen to the new one, but the 2 that I heard, they were both great fucking albums.
Oh, got to the
And-
glacier.
Yeah, like
Well, that's
ridiculous.
fucking title.
He got married, had dropped 3 albums, and is like on so many fucking
On
features.
everything, pretty much.
Yeah, fucking everything.
Rudy, who won? Who owned 2017?
It is legit a tie for my choice, and I'm gonna start off with Gucci because man, that dude is super busy. That dude is like nonstop work. That dude is just like he's his busyness, like his work schedule, has literally made him successful and made him have a great 2017. And unlike other people who are just, if like I'm pretty sure Mark was here, he's gonna name one person that dominated 2017 just because they had one song.
Who?
Cardi B.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, but I would never say that, only because it's just not my personal taste. I don't care for it. So Gucci, this is from the Migos, but I'm not choosing the group. I'm choosing one person. I'm choosing Sir Quavius.
Lord
Quavo.
Quavius.
Oh, man.
Quavo, I think he had a great year as far as, you know, for one, as part of Migos dropping Culture and everything else he's featured in, but then on top of that, when he's been featured in songs, when he's been a part of it, like he's really killed it on his own.
Yeah, it kind of steals it.
Like
Right?
he stole a lot of shine, but then Offset had his own thing
Yeah, Offset was even
where
weird.
he did it, his collab and everything, like without Takeoff or Quavo, and he did a badass job. But for me, it was Quavo. So Quavo and Gucci.
I think it's a unanimous decision at the table, guys. Migos, they won. They own 2017. It's all on our list. I sat there and I counted features for each one of them as a group, as a collective, and stuff like that. Quavo had 20 plus features
Holy fuck.
this year. Offset had 15 plus. Takeoff had 5. He had his own album, his own track. Quavo had his own album with Travis Scott. Offset had his own album with 21 Savage and Metro. As a group, they dropped Culture. They dropped singles for Culture 2. They did 12 features as a group on albums and stuff, tracks and stuff like that. I think they won because they had their single albums. They had the success off of Culture, their line Culture, the Young Rich Nation, the Quality Control compilation, the Quality Control blowing up as a collective, including Yachty and everybody a part of Quality Control. They had their beef with Joe Budden. They had their beef with XXXTentacion. I mean, Migos won 2017, guys. And if they don't win 2018, they did something wrong because they are on the right track.
They already set themselves up for success.
Absolutely.
After this
It was kind of like you couldn't really have a conversation without the Migos getting brought up at some point or another. Like if you were talking about hip hop,
Yeah, for real.
To this day, one of the biggest memes is the Left Out Bad Bougie. Like,
Yeah.
that's still.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
What'd you say?
I do have one that
You know,
he didn't drop
what do
anything besides the most ridiculous freestyle probably of all time, and it's my favorite artist of all time, Black Thought.
Yeah.
And he dropped a 10-minute fucking freestyle. I
Yep.
mean, that's up for debate if it's freestyle or not, but 99.9% of
you
fucking
gotta
rappers
think of freestyles.
write
like,
their shit.
These
Yeah,
guys
you know.
have it all memorized.
Yeah, you know,
What
so
it
I
is.
mean, it probably was that, and I'm not going to take anything out of it, because live, even if it's rehearsed, whatever, man, for 10 fucking minutes, the breath control you need to have to rhyme that fast with that many lyrics, like, most ridiculous freestyle of all time.
Absolutely.
Black Thought
On the
fucking
spot.
killed it. Yeah, on the spot. He's my favorite rapper of all time, and he
more than likely a
fucking...
beat that you're not fucking really like 100%
Yeah.
comfortable
Dude.
with. Exactly.
Fucking, and,
Gotta find tempo and all that
fuck.
kind of shit. So I mean, no matter what, even if you are reading it off of a phone or something,
Yeah,
like,
you
I
still
would still
killed
consider it kind of a freestyle.
And
and
to do it for 10 minutes?
who show
Yeah,
did he do
in
it
10
on?
minutes.
Fuck, what's his fucking name? Who show?
I don't remember what show it was on. Did he do it on Flex's?
Flex.
Yeah, I thought I did.
And you know, Flex pisses me off because like people will kill it, and he just kind of like,
Dude,
all right, you know
Flex
what we do.
fucking pissed me off with
you know
Sci-Hi.
what we do. Yeah,
He
like,
fucking pissed me off with the hoodies.
dude. Oh my god, man! Like, he
paid-
doesn't show anybody love. He just
paid
kind of like,
half attention to the hoodies on the whole thing, and then he heard the younger one of the hoodies. I forget his name, but he heard him going off, and he was like, and then we looked away at the producer, was like, okay, and then he just like.
he's on his phone scrolling during it. It pisses me the fuck off. He
He's a
doesn't show
fucking
anybody.
marketer.
Yeah, he doesn't show anybody like their respect that they need. Like, they're killing rhymes, and he's just kind of like, whatever. But I need to say that because Black Thought fucking owned everyone's freestyle.
So let's keep it moving because we're coming close to the end of our time. Who lost 2017 in your opinion, Eric?
I think I really don't know if we're gonna have a unanimous decision on this, but I'm gonna say it. It's fucking Eminem.
Yeah, he's on one of my lists.
He took the L of the fucking year with that trash ass album that he put out, and I just gotta say it was very. I'm not even that big of an Eminem fan, just throwing it out there, but man, it was disappointing to hear how many people were fucking trashing this album, and then I finally ended up giving it to listen myself, and man, it was fucking trash. Like.
You sound like Bass whenever he's like, I finally gave 21 a listen. I listened to all of y'all, and he's like, and he fucking sucked.
Bass, who lost 2017?
God, dude, I hate when we all agree so much because it just sounds like we're just biting off each other. But I fucking completely agree, man.
Yeah,
he dropped those singles, and they were fucking terrible. And then I dabbled in the album, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even fully listen to it, but oh yeah, man. And he's one of the GOATs, man.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Eminem, not his biggest fan at all, but I love.
No,
fuck Stan.
Stan.
I'm not a Stan.
Dear Em, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
He's still not calling. But yeah, man, I was like, how do you go from what you used to be to that, man?
People used to write letters.
Yeah, man.
Rudy, who lost 2017 in your opinion?
I have it typed out here. I typed it out. I haven't messed with it. If you want to look at it, and it's not biting off on him.
Skittles.
It's Eminem.
Yeah.
It's Eminem. It's
Eminem.
For when I heard that he was gonna drop something, I was like, okay, we got some M coming,
Yeah,
we're ready for it, I'm like, it's been a while, and I was thinking off of his previous ciphers, off of some of his other stuff, like his freestyle and all that. I was like, all right, maybe we'll get that M,
Yeah, different M.
And
or the same M at that point.
And then the single dropped, which I never listened to, but man, they got bad reviews right away. I was like, holy shit. Like, maybe it's,
the Walk on Water?
Yeah, that was terrible,
and then a second one, like, the album was like a couple of days away from dropping. And I was like, I'm going to check out, like, that song. And there was another one on there, I think it's called Unstoppable or some shit like that.
Yep.
It was the second single.
Trash.
And I listened to both of them. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, man.
What is this stupid shit? Like, we talked about it, and I was like, man, he just seems like he was just trying to go the political route, trying to send a message, and try to be the
voice for the people.
The voice, like he just jumped on a bandwagon to try to send a message and get heard, and of course
And I'm not gonna say keep politics out of hip hop because that's how NWA made their success. That's how Public Enemy made their success.
If you're gonna do it,
that's how '90s gangster rap made their success.
Don't make it cheesy.
But yeah, like
go hard on it. Make a point.
Like I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear
back.
a fucking freestyle that says "fuck you, Trump." Hope you pop Zans like Lil Pump. Like I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
Lil Trump.
I want to hear you go hard like Motor Technique,
Yeah,
like he went fucking in political shit, and like most of it would sound cheesy, but he goes in.
Yeah. So that was my main reason. Like,
if you're gonna talk politics 2018, have some substance, have some bars. Diss the fuck out of who you're gonna do to the point where they're like, you know what, I'm gonna resign.
And
do that shit. Not
some quality production too. Like the music just didn't like the beats. There was nothing to it.
That fucking sample, the I Love Rock and Roll sample, was
that sounded like a fucking SoundCloud.
That was fucking Kid Rock's producer came out and was like, hey, I want to help you make a fucking hit. Like, nah, dude, that just trash.
So the lack of the production, like, you had everybody anticipating, you had everybody waiting.
And you have all the power in your hand. You could work with anybody you want.
You're waiting till the end of the year, right?
Anybody. And then you see the fucking shit like, oh, he was spotted in the studio with 2 Chainz. Like, oh, okay, fuck yeah. Get on the hype beast level. Fucking drop a trap track with fucking 2 Chainz. Talk about slapping fucking Kim in the face and have 2 Chainz be like, yeah, and then I blew smoke in her face. Like, do that shit. Like, That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, the 2 Chainz is the perfect guy to kind of bring out like somewhat what the old M was.
Old M, perfect.
Right? Like I think 2 Chainz would be perfect for that. And
or Tyler, do a fucking track about hating women with fucking Tyler the Creator, like
whatever.
Bro, no lie, that would be sick as fuck.
Yes, but he led us on to believe it was gonna be something good, and then
not that I'm saying I condone y'all hating women or
we respect women.
You were actually talking about before the show.
I don't condone shooting, but a lot of music I hear is like gunshots and robberies and shit.
I don't like that.
I like story, man. If you could tell me a dope story, it could be crazy fucking story. But if you tell it well,
get it hyped. Get it hyped
man,
up.
like,
there's ways to do it, and M just missed the mark on every single thing, and that there's disappointment.
I'm with y'all on this one. Eminem lost 2017, in my opinion.
Who would have thought?
But I'm also giving an L to Cardi B.
Yeah,
because she had the Bodak Yellow hit. Cool, it was bumping. Everybody heard it. Everybody knew what it was. There's your W, right? That's your win for 2017. And then you follow it up with a trash-ass verse on Motorsport, talking about you get Offset, you turn Offset on, he comes more when he's on tour. Like, okay, cool, that's your man. I feel you. That's your man. Cool. Shout your man. Do shit. But then you drop Bartier Cardi, and you say Offset's name 36 times in that fucking track.
Wow.
I'm talking about
SOB fucking Gucci Gang.
Yeah, like
I would throw an extra L out there for anybody that fucking enjoys Gucci Gang, that fucking think that's the shit.
Yeah,
y'all are
whack as fuck.
Come on, man.
You don't appreciate art?
Y'all
man, you want fuck art if it comes down to that.
Yeah, that ain't art.
You know what, man? I want to say something about Lil Pump. He sucks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I will give him props that he's saying he's going to quit Xans in 2018 due to Lil Peep's death. Granted, I never listened to Lil Peep, but it is sad to know that somebody in the music industry lost their lives to drugs and stuff like that.
That sucks.
It could have been prevented.
It could have totally been prevented.
I didn't really listen to Lil Peep, but all the people were like, "Oh my god!" So I gave him a little chance. Completely different from what I thought it was gonna sound. I wasn't really feeling it, but I mean, it was different. I was like, all right, whatever. That sucks. He fucking died, though, man.
Credit to Lil Pump. His fucking dumbass song, in my opinion, it had a shitload of success. It has like apparently the most views of anything in the.
It's a catchy track,
right? I guess it just annoys the shit out of me.
I hate it, man.
Right?
I mean, I guess anything. I mean. Happy Birthday song is a catchy track. The fucking Barney song's a catchy track. Repetitive shit's a catchy track, plain and simple. But I mean, Gucci Gang was trash. My last L goes to Birdman.
Pay Lil Wayne, please.
And that's the reason. Lil Wayne still went out and dropped 2 mixtapes this year. Both more successful than what the Carter 5 would have probably done. All for free. Makes no money off of it. And at the end of the year, Birdman's assets are now being seized for a different lawsuit.
Oh, shit. I didn't know.
So,
I'll give him an L with you.
I'm giving Birdman the L, along with Cardi B and Eminem. Let's hope... I don't want to see anybody lose in 2018. I hope that y'all fucking bounce back from those L's.
Okay, Mark.
I believe in you, Victor.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, shoot your shot.
Whatever.
That's 6.
6.
But I would like to see Cardi B on a couple different tracks and her not sound trash.
Yeah.
Her not drop trash lyrics.
I hope she doesn't do any more interviews because I can't stand the way she sounds.
I hope M listens to what everybody says and says, you know what, fuck it, I will do some singles and I will get on some shit. I will do a couple features. I'll do this. I'll
go back to
come with the time. And maybe he'll fucking get on drugs again and we'll hear something good. And then I hope fucking Birdman doesn't lose all his money so he can actually pay Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne
doesn't he owe a shitload of people?
There's a lot of money.
He was like his own label, right?
Pay that man.
So this one's our last topic for the show. Our 2018 hopes, our wants. What are you wanting? What are you waiting to see? What do you know is going to drop in 2018 that you're anticipating? And what are you wishing for? E, what are you wishing for? What are you waiting on?
Man, I'm still waiting on that fucking Kanye West and Kid Cudi collab. So that needs to fucking come out. We just spoke on it earlier with Yeezy. You got Saint in the hospital and whatnot. So I understand the hold up with that. I'm waiting for Culture 2 of course. Waiting for anything, any Migos, any Offset, Takeoff, Quavius, anything from them. Of course, any new Gucci is welcome. I know he already, I forget what he said it was called already, but he mentioned the name of his next album that's going to come out.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, he tells you in advance. I'm doing it.
He's probably going to drop 4.
Well, I know that, but I didn't hear any. I was like, because he just dropped this.
He's going to drop one for every quarter of this year.
But I forget what it was called. But
Rudy's all pissed off.
fucking shouted
No, I'm just saying, like,
dude, it's too much to listen to.
Like, no, like it's going to be so much. You're going to, like, everybody get ready for Gucci. You're going to hear a lot of him.
Yeah, he's coming in hot. And last but not least, I want to hear some Drake, man. I mean, say what you will, but I fuck with Drake.
I think on the Dedication 6, he actually had a good little verse.
Yeah, I want to hear some more Lil Wayne, man. I fuck with Dedication 6 bad. That shit was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
I remember in the group chat, I fucking put a poll, or somebody put a poll, who was going to listen to it, and then nobody said they were. Except for me.
I don't listen to polls.
Probably when I didn't have my phone. I jammed the fuck out of it.
I don't read polls, so I don't participate. I don't vote. You know, that's not my thing.
So when you say you're waiting on Drake, are you waiting for Take Care Drake, or you're waiting for October's very own Drake?
I'm waiting for some more, if you're reading this is too late style Drake.
Yeah.
Like some more of that kind of shit.
That
No
was
views.
Okay.
Some views
yeah.
because you still had the future features on it. You had some good shit on
Yeah,
it.
he has some decent
Summer
tracks on
16
there.
type
So,
Yeah. So
let me put it this way: pretty much any Drake that's not singing.
You want to hear hip hop Drake?
anything that's not Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm tired
Drake.
of the Jamaican thing.
He's done it on like 2 or 3 straight. And it's like
it's a wrap with that. You're not Jamaican. You're Canadian.
You're just faking.
Bass, what are you waiting for?
Dude, I'm
get
waiting
paid?
for some fucking Earth Gang, dude. We're just talking about this.
Mirrors?
Fuck yeah, man.
Mirrors.
Like, they're ridiculous, man. They're so sick. They're coming out of Atlanta.
They need some medicine.
Yeah. I threw up listening to them.
Give him a script.
They're fucking ridiculous, man. Like, everything they touch is golden, man. Like, I can't wait for that. I'm, of course, looking for more Gucci. Of course, Cudi and a Kanye collab. There was talk of... but there's been talk about this for like fucking 6 years of Outkast getting back together for one final album, and if that happens, oh my god!
Everybody here just had a collective sigh.
Yeah, but I mean,
Please,
I don't even know if that's still a myth or not. I'm not holding my breath.
That's a lie. I don't sigh. I never sighed.
3 Stacks, please just fucking do it, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god,
Big boy's wanting it.
he's in my top fucking 3 of all time, man, and. Please, just one last one for us, man.
Rudy, what are you waiting on? What are you hoping for?
Obviously, Kanye and Cudi. It's been a while since Kanye's dropped something. Cudi dropped something this past year. I liked it. But I'm obviously waiting on that. I thought we were going to get it at the end of the year. We were all like I blame you because
gassed.
Well, no,
I woke up hungover like I missed it.
I blame David. He's it's looking like it. It really is. It's looking like it. December.
No,
it's looking like it. It's looking like right there at midnight. It's saying it on Reddit. It's gonna happen, and then what happens? Nothing. And I was like, okay, now, obviously because that didn't happen. Now it's my most anticipated. I'm looking.
And the reason is one of the most trusted websites that I get my news from posted it.
Reddit?
Not Reddit. Hip Hop Lately. They posted it. They posted the information leading up to why or why not it may be dropped. And then there is a Reddit user who has shown proof of backdoor stuff on SoundCloud of stuff being uploaded, and he can show you like, hey, I'm seeing this being uploaded right now. And he was the one that reported the first Good Music page being done, and he was the one who said that he's seeing stuff being uploaded to that. Now, those of you who don't use SoundCloud, I can upload anything to SoundCloud right now. Once I publish it is the thing. So they're probably continuously uploading music as we speak.
Let it out.
So once they publish it,
and so I'm just waiting until that drops. Eric mentioned Culture too. That's something Man, if it's anything like Culture, if it's anything like their 2017 year, it is going to be pretty lit. I'm waiting on that. Something I am hoping for, which I doubt, but I'm going to hope for it all year. I want to hear something else from J. Cole. And I doubt I'm going to hear it. and I like it's just a little doubt in there, but I'm gonna hope and pray that J. Cole drops something, just another album or whatever, or maybe he's featured in a couple of other stuff. I hope he does something because, man, I mean that's my favorite artist right now going, and the last guy, like everybody gives him shit about the whole no features thing and all that shit. I think the dude's a fucking the dude's a genius, and the dude whenever he does something, he does it with great quality and he has a good story with it. So I really enjoy his music, and I really hope that he gets something going on. But other than that, I mean, those are my three. And anything's welcome by Gucci, because I know, like I said, he's gonna have at least four albums this year. He's got to top what I believe he's a man who's gonna be like, I got to top what I did last year. So he's gonna do for me
once a month. He's got to come like a period once a month, man.
That'd be insane. Be like, that's gross.
Or come like Rudy, once every 45 minutes on Pornhub.
It's on my shoes, man.
Some people say it's a skill.
P.O.
It's a curse.
It's a blessing and a curse.
It's my cross to bear.
I'm hoping and waiting for the Kanye Cudi album collaboration. Granted, I know Kanye can't necessarily do anything on his own right now due to legal obligations to Tidal. So a collaborative effort can do something. A mixtape can do something. Kanye's never been known to drop mixtapes though, so there's that.
What if he did though?
That'd be crazy.
If he did,
and maybe
it'd be fucking mind-blowing.
And maybe that could be TurboGrafx 16, which he's talked about. His next album will be called TurboGrafx 16. So fingers crossed.
My cousin told me about that fucking early this past or last year, basically.
Yeah.
He told me about it. He was like, dude, it's gonna be something from Kanye coming out. He thought it was gonna be this year. I'm anticipating that.
Definitely waiting on Earth Gang's Mirrors. Culture 2. Nas supposed to drop something this year too.
No way.
Chance the Rapper is supposed to be dropping something again. King Push by Pusha T. Eric just told me Chitty Bang is putting out music again, which is super hype to me. So fingers crossed Chitty Bang drops something. And then on top of that, my fanboy in me wants to hear Cruel Summer 2 or Cruel Winter, whatever you want to call it. I want to hear that. That needs to come out. Yeah. And then, of course, like we all said, anything's welcome by Gucci, the hardest working man in hip-hop. So there you go, guys. That was our favorites of 2017. Some honorable mentions.
Recap.
Just the recap. Shouts to the Migos for owning the year.
And Gucci.
Yeah, and Gucci. Sorry, Eminem, you lost. Kanye, Cudi, drop some shit. Please. And we'll see y'all here probably in a couple days, maybe within a week. We're going to talk JID, and then we're going to talk James. Hopefully have them in the studio.
James Dollar.
Yeah. Javim? James, if you're hearing this.
It's a different language, man.
You know what we're trying to say, God damn it.
Can you let us do this?
Whoa.
All right. So for the rest of the night, Nights of the Round Records, is VillosaurusWrex signing out. Hope y'all had a dope 2017. We loved it. 2018's here. We're going to fucking make the best of it. Yeah. We're going to listen to all the hip-hop we fucking can. Yeah, go to all the shows we fucking can, and we hope to be in all of y'all's ears. Y'all keep it real. Peace.